Hello there everyone and welcome back. We are now level 8 and we got our full roster, which also includes a brand new battle barge. And as I made perfectly clear before, I am going to be experimenting with the Mark II variant some. Ideally for the synergy, possibly to help support my Vanguards if I am ever going to have use for these ships in later game type of situations. But we're looking pretty good. A slight bit of a letdown in the last two matches, especially with Tau, because I was kind of expecting a little bit more from him. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. But now that I think of it, this emission dissipator I was thinking of before, I am kind of regretting. I don't think I like this idea having here. Only downside is it would waste the 50 renown that I have. So let's experiment with it. Although, to be fair, it's not like I'm going to get too terribly much use out of the turbo weaponry either until I get some reliable sensor readings, basically. With like a frigate at least. Ideally, all my frigates having access to the improved auger array. But we're going to stick with it. Maybe I could find some use for it. But thinking on it more, this doesn't really have much practicality to it unless I want to sprint in to firing range there when they don't happen to have identified me already via beacons or something. That would be the only real use for it. Maybe to dodge torpedoes or beacons at long range is the only thing I can think of, but I've been doing pretty well just dodging without using my boosters, quite frankly, so I'm really going to have to think on what the hell I would need to enhance these cruisers, because I feel like there are very little essential ones aside for maybe my own like a type of style of play that I want to do. Because, well, we'll worry about it later. We got ourselves a match, 600 points, and I'm definitely not going to get any bonus points from here, but since this is Cruiser Clash, I'm paying attention to all the factors that dictates the fleet points, so he's clearly a lower level than me, probably level 6. But I can field all four of my strike cruisers and have a good time with it. Although, we have to be mindful of him doing his damn Novacan strategy again. At the very least, I can maybe start practicing taking advantage of this cogitator some. Or no, dissipator, not cogitator. Cogitators is the deck related stuff. Oh well. It's a new video. It's a new match, and I'm hoping for a good time. And if he is fielding the Novacans, maybe I won't get screwed over by latency again, because that clearly was a huge factor the last time I fought against Novacans. So let's try and improve our rating against them some, because I am confident in my ability to dodge them. It's just that I'm inevitably gonna take hits, without a doubt. I just wanted to dodge enough of them for me to come out on top in the end by whittling down his ships. It just begs the question on how aggressive I should actually be. Should I attempt boarding assaults really early on and then leave myself insanely vulnerable to his 6,000 unit practically no fall off Novacan shots? That scares me more than just taking him at a distance, because at least then I can dodge most of them relatively well, at least. So that's something I'm going to have to play with. It's just a matter of finding a good window to dive in there. Because if I wait until he fires his Novacans, by the time I dive in there, do my boarding runs and get out, they're going to be recharged. So I need to somehow feint a charge in to kind of force the firing his Novacans as I go in. So that way at least I have enough time. Especially if he's going to reload. But I'm assuming too much here. But as it stands now, I think that's my hardest or most difficult type of comp to deal with. Because I have been doing insanely well against the Imperial Navy before with the hit and run and harassing with torpedoes. And we are looking at 9 ships, so I think it's safe to say this is not Novacans. That's always a good start. And, even better, He's wedged against the asteroid field, so I kind of know which way he's going to go. He can only go one direction unless he wants to go through the asteroid field. So all these torpedoes are going to make things a little awkward for him. Yeah, and he has a lot of ships with the short burn torpedoes, so gotta get my bearings right. Oh, that's going to hit wreckage. So I worried for nothing there. Do gotta be mindful of dodging, so I think it's safe to say those three are the cruisers, those are the frigates. So priority is killing the frigates and get as much free damage as I can. Especially since I have a strike cruiser with nothing but Thunderhawks on it, so that should be really damn effective if I can get one that's not shielded by its escorting fleet, or escorting ships there. Now, let's get our second torpedo run in. I have beacons available. Let's be mindful that torpedoes are coming my way. So I can easily dodge that. I have beacons ready. I also have Thunderhawks or Stormhawks to easily shoot these. So you dodge, these two move, and my Admiral ship will get ready to push forward. Yeah, and of course Stormhawks did crap there. That's a bit of a surprise. You figured they would have at least shot some of them. Yep, lots of firestorms. And torpedoes have been hitting. Now I gotta prioritize and murder them quickly. Take full advantage of this tribute. Screw the fact he has lances. If he has no support for him, then that means little. Oops. Let me board. I don't want to waste my boarding on this, whatever my Thunderhawks are going after. And damn it! I messed that up some. Oh well. I messed that up quite heavily there, somehow. Yeah. My hotkeys are a little bit off. I need to move this keyboard. I think it's out of place. Yeah, because I'm hitting K for some reason when I want my boarding torpedoes. Oh well, we got a good start here on the damage. We're going to kill these firestorms. He's making it easy for me. Thunderhawks, you kill that second one, and maybe boring torpedoes can kill the one in the middle there. It was so close to hitting two. The one time it would lightning strike and actually paid off. So, get on out. Stormhawks, refresh yourselves, and we are having latency, which probably is part of the reason I'm having issues here, if only a slight bit. Yeah, my keyboard's got to be out of place there some, because I tried to hit E for my high energy turn, so I'm gonna have to address that after this match. Because right now my stand is kind of in the way of if I move my keyboard, it's going to push the microphone or knock it around. Maybe. But so far we're looking good, and he does have a bunch of light cruisers. Do I have torpedoes? I do have torpedoes. Which one of these two? There. I was going to say, highlight which one has the damn torpedoes for me so I can use them. There we go. We are looking good. Brace for impact's not up. There. And there goes his firestorms. Now let's try mitigate this damage and focus on the ones with the lances. So he's priority. You're going to be priority 2. Get everyone out of there. Try and kill the weaponry. And he does have a third lance, so. Okay, bombs have hit. But we got rid of a lot of his points there, and now I have the better fleet. I just gotta get repairs and cooldowns back up. Because I can handle this damage so far, I just need to disable some weaponry to get myself in even better position. So Thunderhawks, you get to work. They're about to come up, so you burn retros. So, do I take this head on? Actually, I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay here. Yep. Dodge the torpedoes, boarding attempts, so brace for impact. Because I have the same health as him, so this is not an issue, it's just the health management. Yeah, and he didn't brace for impact either, so... Ignore the one with torpedoes, I need to kill the one with these prow lances. Although, now that it's out of reach, I regret not targeting it. So kill this one with the engines. Oh, deck's destroyed, so you conveniently killed my brace for impact, you jerk. But we got a crap ton of damage in on there, because one of his lances is about to go out. Okay, brace for impact on everything. This is about to get messy. Let's kill this one here, since it's about to die anyway. And get this one to kind of get evasive maneuvers ready. Okay, that is definitely dead. It's on fire. Ooh, thankfully I didn't take any hits there. Those had to have been melt torpedoes, so thankfully that was a foolish mistake on his part. Nope, that was a bad angle, wasn't it? That one should be better. Nope, he turned right away. He got lucky there with that dodge. But now I can focus on him and hit him with nothing but bombardment cannons. Oh, and that's also my Admiral ship, so... emission cogitators will be useful here. Just keep firing with bombardment cannons. They'll eventually die. Prow is gone on this one here, but that's with torpedoes, isn't it? Nope, that one in back's the one with torpedoes. Damn it. All my boring's about to come back up too, and they're just all out of range. That's insulting. So that one's pretty much dead, even its lance is gone. So, let's turn, get more boarding going, because why not? That's what Space Marines are built for. And fly right into my boarding. Unless he's trying to make this thing self-destruct. Because it's about to explode. Oh well. That's game, I guess. The Dauntlesses are pretty good there with the lances. I did miscontrol quite a bit, though. So it was a little bit sloppy. But yeah, I don't really have much firepower as far as the cruisers are concerned. I have bombardment cannons that do work, but really, all the bombardment cannon does is guarantee damage, practically, unless it misses completely, and have a really good chance of critically hitting. Although I need to upgrade my Master Gunner if I really want to rely on critical hits to carry me through, as far as the bombardment cannon is concerned. So now, why the hell was I having such a hard time with this keyboard? You figure I'd be used to this placement by now. Because I was hitting the wrong key every now and then, so... let's try slicing over, and chances are it's going to ruin my microphone like it did last video. I apologize for that, damn it. The static, whatever the hell it was. Not my proudest moment, but a damn good success with everything intact. Because if all those ships were all together, he would have handled a lot better. Hell, if I had handled my control a little bit better and actually boarded as it was flying by, then he probably would have had no frigates by the time the cruisers even got to end the support. Nonetheless, we are going to improve our Space Marine some more. I was talking about the Master Gunner, but it needs to extended range, and really, for me to take full advantage of lock-on if I'm going to be comfortable with a critical hit reliance on that. So I'm okay with the Space Marines and just negating the critical hits for now. Because like all these ships, the prow is so exceptionally vulnerable, and if I can almost completely negate one factor of those critical hits, which is the boarding, then I'm in good shape. Now, let's enhance our frigate some. Although I would love to still get that librarian. I might as well just bite the bullet now, because it will give me some good benefits here. I just need to get some upgrades for the Nova, and we should be in good shape. Because the Nova, I think if I'm ever going to use it for anything besides just armor penetration, well, really, that's why I would take the Lances, because of the negating the armor. So really, this ideally would be good for Tau and maybe Space Marines if they can live that long with the sheer amount of boring potentials that they can do. But this would be pretty good against Tau and the reliance on adaptive deflector, I think. So I would like to enhance the range, maybe not so much enhance the turbo weaponry, because that's like 2 upgrades on like only half its weaponry. And let's see, of course, sensors, and what would be the last upgrade? Do I just... Is there... I thought there was an upgrade that would like enhance the Lance's damage to shields, so I take that back. I was going to take that, and apparently it's not even available, so maybe I just enhance the cogitators for better, longer lock-ons, or even brace for impacts even. That could be useful if I'm worried about getting focused down. Otherwise, that's probably the only thing I would use the Nova for, at least that I can think of currently, is to help deal with Tau unless I can get good flanking opportunities on their ships, which is a tall order considering how maneuverable and agile, or rather how high their turn rate is for those ships. Because it's pretty damn good. There's no way I can get behind them unless I have them chasing after something else, quite frankly, which means I'm spread out, which means Manta bombers and Seeker missiles will have a much easier time hitting those isolated ships, so type formation is pretty essential unless I am good about keeping myself hidden with like silent rain or even gas clouds. But until then, actually, let me just change this upgrade while I'm waiting for a match. I still question what upgrade I want, because I think the bombardment cannons is going to have a little more limited use. It would have definitely been useful in that last match, because my flagship was the ship that was hanging back and was heavily damaged. So it still would have been able to contribute fully for the turbo weaponry, so maybe it's not completely useless. I'm just struggling really hard to figure out what upgrade would be better. It feels so redundant to just improve the sensors when I have so many beacons. But at the same time, maybe I can switch out that recon beacon for something else if I were to go that route. Oh well, that's still a ways off for now. And we still got a match to play. Okay, it is entirely possible my queue may have bugged out on me some there, because as soon as I canceled the queue and then started up again, I immediately dived into a match. So, this will be interesting. Space Station Assault. First time doing this as Space Marines, let alone defending as Space Marines. Which is not a bad thing. I got a lot of Stormhawks, which are really good for any attempts on him just to torpedo me down, or torpedo the station down. The real question is that the route I want to go? Because I see a possibility here for my Mark II Battle Barge, since I'm kind of stuck defending the station, and that's 100 points worth of station that could contribute to a fight. I need to bite the bullet eventually, though. Without a doubt, I need to bite that bullet. Although, since this is more front-line battle, I don't think Vanguards are going to be useful. And I don't have the points, damn it, either. Quite frankly, it's better just to go with the Battle Barge and 2 strike cruisers. I'll have a lot of defensive fighters. It's just a question of 2 extra... Well, actually, it's just 1 extra Stormhawk squadron, because I forgot the Battle Barge has the Stormhawk squadron as well, so maybe it's not as bad as I was thinking. We got plenty of fighters to deal with torpedo spam, potentially. I just don't have any frigates to kind of dive in between the torpedoes to just try and get extra shots in with the point defense, though. So I might have to rely on using my strike cruisers a little bit to do that. What's gonna really suck is if he's just nothing but Nova cans, quite frankly. He just sits back and tries to kill this thing with Nova cans. Which is possible. It will take a long time, though, with these void shield transfers, though. And I also have mines, so where do I not want him to go? I like him kind of wedged in the corner for torpedoes, so maybe just torpedoes in the middle would be good. Would be ideal. So, mines, let's plant them to the best of my ability here. I think in the middle is what I want to do because it's a little more awkward, a little less room for him to maneuver on the side. Although he could just easily dive in the middle there. So I do need to still function on, or rather think on, what's the best layout for these mines. Because that works well with the structure there, there's just nothing else on the left. Okay, it looks like he's already doing that. Now this just begs the question, what is the biggest threat of this group? Because, he saw it run 2 ships on the right. Is that a concern? Sure, the mines are a waste, but hell, unless I did something sneaky to make him, like, fly into him, they would not have done much. So, burn that. Burn his identification, which is silly because of the beacon. And I also gotta keep in mind this dang structure is probably gonna slow me down while I'm trying to dodge. And I hear emission cause. I have the emission dissipator as well, I hear, so gotta be ready for that. Yep, there's a frigate of some kind, maybe it's a light cruiser, I'm not sure what he's fielding. And he's got a retribution as well. Oh, he's got Widowmakers, so that's probably what that is then. Although that just gives me permission to dodge. And hopefully shoot some of these things down. Okay, fire your Nova cannons there, because that thing could tank that all day. Huh, interesting, the strike cruiser was never identified. So, he's going to silent run without a doubt, I think, so I feel like a silent run's coming. Yep, and there's a lot of torpedoes, a lot of weaponry. And I just hit my own boring torpedoes. So that was dumb as hell, and I prepared for that. I prepared for that shenanigans of yours. Now, if only I could board you and kill that dang deck. Because right now, I am kind of playing to his hand a little bit with how far away everything is. Now, I'd rather kill weaponry, but I know he has his silent running, which means I have to keep close. This is not a good position to be in without my station to contribute. I do have brace for impact to help some. Now, kill the Retribution's weaponry. I don't care about damage so much, because weaponry will pay off more, but that damn torpedo hurt like hell. This thing is not long for this world just yet. I should have saw that coming though. I should have saw that coming, but his silent running's down. We got these things getting a little annoying, and dang it. Yeah, I played into his hand a little bit by flying too far out, because I was worried he's just going to stay at long range. And since the battle barge is heavily damaged, not a lot I can do there. Alright, dodge that. Just keep on firing. Let that get heavily damaged. Yeah, I am playing to his hand some, because I'm giving him torpedo hits he should not be getting. Alright, board. Oh, your boarding's not up yet. Board, 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 and more board. Yeah, that thing's heavily damaged, so I can kill that. Of course, now I'm just about to die. So yeah, I could have done that so much better. It's more just being more passive, waiting a little bit more. That was my ultimate problem there. Although I still have the station, it's not like this is over yet. This is far from over, pretty much. Without a doubt. Because a lot of damage has been done to the Retribution. I got my own torpedoes. Yeah, that was a bit of a predictable shot there. But I still have bombardment cannons and I have means to kind of help contribute. Also, we also have frigates to contribute here. Now, can I do damage to this Retribution? Because I don't have faster speed on these things, but I am getting melted torpedo hits. So that thing can take a world of hurt, but it's probably going to die. Battle station is likely going to die with this continuous onslaught and me not having torpedoes of my own. And I can't board. It also helps if I prioritize the weapons, I guess. Yeah, this is pretty much over, but if I can kill the Retribution, that would be nice. It's not going to be possible with my prow gone, let's be fair. Yeah, that was my big mistake, was trying to push up forward aggressively. Again, he has 700 points versus my 600. Why was that a good idea, quite frankly? If the Battle Barge had been a little more safer and not getting murdered and not so quickly, that would have been good, because his Retribution was nearly melted. Almost quite literally to the melted torpedoes. I think the wreckage just prevented me to get another fire or two on it, though. So I got no excuse for that. That was abysmal. One of my ships at least survived, but I did that horribly wrong, and for some reason, you think with 18 torpedoes they would have been able to shoot some of them down. I don't know, it feels like the point defenses have not been shooting as many as they should have. I don't know. That's just probably just me imagining things and come up with excuses, though. Let's be fair. But we are building up renown now, and without me having to save up for new ships, we can actually get proper upgrades in. And to be honest, I don't even think I looked at what the level of his ships were too, so he probably had a bit of advantage in that regard too.